researchers compiled studies following dieters 2 to 5 years and found that 96% of dieters gained all the weight back plus an extra 20 pounds within 2 years. And so the researcher on this program concluded that people were actually worse off than before they began the diet. And remember when I talked about most diets are restricting and causing the body to dump muscle mass to be more efficient with metabolism. Well, this is showing this results. They're not singular, they're actually quite widespread. 96% of dieters gained it back within 2 years. So rather than doing crazy things with our diets, what if we could find a more intuitive approach? Well, I also have my own story. I had been a backpacker wilderness guide. And so when you're hiking 5 to 10 miles a day, it doesn't matter what you eat, right? And so we had a pretty lean type diet when we were out in the wilderness. You know, we're backpacking away from phones, and I was working with that as teens. And of course, I did binge sometimes coming in from the field, or we would call it the field. But in my own story, I left backpacking counselor position and went back to school to finish my degree in psychology. And while I was going back to school, I was going through the same uh, route every day. So I'm walking to school, but I'm sitting on my butt. I'm reading books. I'm listening to lectures. So a lot more sedentary. And so that was like one clue. I also gained 40 pounds going from that transition from backpacking, going back to school. But when I started to dive into understanding mind-body interactions and the connection, I found out going back to school was also had a component. It was not just about not moving. I was reading books, not hiking. It was also that I was eating for adventure. So when I was out doing the backpacking program, I was seeing new sights every day. We're packing up our bags and moving to a new place. And there's this constant change in the environment. Out in nature, new sunset every night, talking with the kids, helping them with self-esteem. But what happened is that as my life became very routine, my mind started craving adventure, and it hyper focused and found adventure in food.